Grief, One Day at a Time, 365 Meditations to Help You Heal After Loss by Alan D. Wolfett, Ph.D. May 6th. I can't go on. I'll go on. Samuel Beckett. Some days we feel we can't possibly go on. Living in grief is just too hard. We are mired in pain and despair, yet somehow we go on. The earth keeps spinning. We make it through the day and the night, and the sun rises again. We have survived. Some days that is enough. Yet even in our darkest days of just surviving, we may see glimmers of hope. We may feel tugs of connection with others. We may even experience brief twinges of joy. It is for these glimmers, tugs, and twinges that we will go on. And if we actively mourn, we can trust there will be more and more such moments in our future until slowly they make up the bulk of our days and our grief becomes the thing that glimmers, tugs, and twinges in the background. The meditation reads, When I feel that I can't go on, I will express my grief and actively notice glimmers of hope, tugs of connection, and twinges of joy. May 7th. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, by Jim Rohn. I am not convinced the math can be calculated so precisely, but it's true that the quality of our lives is greatly influenced by the people we spend the most time with. When we're grieving, the quality of our healing is greatly influenced by those people. If we're surrounded by compassionate companions who allow us to grieve as we need to grieve and openly express our true thoughts and feelings without judging or trying to take them away from us, we are being helped toward healing. If, on the other hand, we are surrounded by people who ignore our grief and mourning, respond with carry on and keep your chin up types of messages, or worse yet, shame us for our thoughts and feelings, we are being knocked off the path toward healing. If you find yourself among the latter group, try spending less time with them and finding more of the former folks to hang around with. This one change can make all the difference. The meditation reads, I deserve to be helped through my time of grief by compassionate, non-judgmental people. I will make an effort to spend more time with people who fit this description. May 8th. I cannot forget my mother. She is my bridge. When I needed to get across, she steadied herself long enough for me to run across safely. Renita Weems. When we were children and something went wrong, most of us ran to our mothers. Our mothers kissed away the hurt and made everything better. They weren't perfect. No one is. But often more than anyone else in the whole world, they actively loved us. Now we're experiencing a kind of hurt that our moms can't heal. For some of us, our mothers have died and have become a source of grief. For others, our mothers are no longer integral parts of our daily lives, are far away and or are no longer able to be our champions. My own mother died 5 years ago after several-year-long struggle with dementia. Sometimes when I miss her, I still like to remember the days when I was a child and she made everything better. In those precious memories, I am immersed in the knowing that I was loved beyond measure. What more could I ask for? The meditation reads, I remember my mother, father, or other grown-ups who loved me when I was a child. I can take refuge in these memories. May 9th. I think it pisses God off if you walk by the color purple in a field somewhere and don't notice it. People think pleasing God is all God cares about, but any fool living in the world can see it, always trying to please us back. Alice Walker. For many of us, questioning and getting mad at God over the death of the person we love is a natural and necessary part of our grief journeys. If God loves us, why did this happen? Why do bad things happen to good people? Just maybe, though, as Alice Walker suggests, God is all over the place trying to make us feel better. Maybe He's showing us that pretty sunrise and that stunning tree and that baby smile and that purple flower just to console us. And also, maybe as a glimpse, a foreshadowing, if you will, of the glory to come. It's okay to question God, He can take it. But at the same time, maybe we can also work on noticing and having gratitude for the miracles He's scattered so generously around us. The meditation reads, I will work on noticing the purple flowers and the blessings around me. May 10th. Don't wish away your problems. They need action, not wishful thinking. Bangambiki Habaramana. When I was a child, I wished for things my mother would sometimes quote from a nursery rhyme. If wishes were horses, she would say, beggars would ride. Wishes don't change reality, she was telling me, but now that I'm much older and wiser, I understand that she wasn't quite right. Wishes that are used to fuel action do affect change. They're the intention beyond the doing. In grief are wishes that we could feel better and that we could go one day without crying, that we could experience joy again, can all be moved into reality through active mourning. What's more, wishes can be understood as the hopes and expectations we bring to our lives. Many great philosophers believe that our thoughts create reality. So if we wish for something and believe it can be so, maybe it's true that we are aligning with the mysterious energies of the universe that guide the unrolling future. The meditation reads, I wish my grief would soften. I hope and believe that through active mourning it will. May 11th. We need time to dream, time to remember, time to reach for the infinite, time to be. Gladys Tabar. It's hard to understand until we ourselves experience our first great grief. But grief takes time. It takes a lot of time. It consumes whole chunks of our days and weeks. And as time spools forward, it takes months and years for us to express, accommodate, and learn to live with. But let's remind ourselves that grieving and mourning are two of the most meaningful ways we can spend our time. We get so caught up in the constant connectedness of modern life, checking social media, answering texts, binge watching TV shows, that we are at risk for believing that those activities are the important ones, but they're not. Like its counterpart, love, grief requires time to dream. Remember, reach for the infinite and simply be. So let's not feel bad or guilty when our grief consumes our days. The meditation reads, I need time to grieve and mourn. I will prioritize this time. May 12th. Earth has no sorrow that earth cannot heal. John Muir. Many of us find nature's timeless beauty healing if we only allow ourselves to unplug and detach. The sound of a bird singing or the awesome presence of an old tree can help put things in perspective. Mother Earth knows more about kicking back than all the stress management experts on the planet, and she charges far less. I recall a recent afternoon when I was feeling overwhelmed and went for a walk. I saw beautiful flowers. I saw leaves falling from the trees. I watched my husky dogs leap with joy. I took long, deep breaths. I felt a sense of gratitude. After just a few minutes outdoors, I felt renewed, changed. If you're lucky enough to be able to travel or hike far away from civilization now and then, you may well find that your grief takes on a more manageable shape in such miraculous places. But even stepping outdoors and sitting on a park bench in the middle of a crowded city gives you access to nature's capacity to heal. The meditation reads, I will step out today and breathe deeply. I will observe all the sights and focus on the sounds. I will spend some time marveling at the miracle that is unfolding right outside my door.